I went from spiraling faster and faster out of control and about to lose everything I have worked so hard for. My family, my work, my health, my freedom, to start growing again in 1 year. The difference wasn't my willpower or my desire to change. Today I will share with you what I learned in my first year of sobriety. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But most important, I will share the key insights that has kept me sober for the past 4 years. Are you in? Hi, my name is Alex Rivera, the Sober Dad. I am here to help you reclaim your life and become the best version of yourself. Ever wonder what really happens after 1 year of sobriety? Like what changes and what doesn't? Because I'm going to be honest, quitting alcohol is one thing, or staying sober for 1 whole year is a whole different story. In this video, I'm going to unpack what to expect after 1 year sober. From the unexpected emotional shifts to the stuff that nobody talks about. If you're just starting your journey or you're close to the 365-day milestone, this is the video you want to watch. Let's start with the physical reality, your body. Around the 1 year mark, your body starts seeing true transformation. You have more energy. You feel a lot less aches and pains. If you have been following a workout routine, you're able to build muscle mass. Your hunger is back and you're eating healthier. You might even see improvements in the way your skin feels. And best of all, you are sleeping better. You're eating a lot healthier and your body is thanking you for it. You might even have gained some weight, but that's probably for the better because now you're getting proper nourishment. You might start looking forward to eating because it might start to become a little bit of a replacement for drinking. So you gotta watch out because you don't wanna overdo it. I do know a guy who started eating a lot of candy after he stopped drinking and he got himself diabetes because he ate way too many candies. So you definitely have to watch your calorie intake. But you in general are eating a lot healthier and your body is feeling a lot better. Here is something not a lot of people talk about, which is now that your body is feeling and functioning a lot more normal, you might be feeling very different than what you used to be. And even though you're healthier, you might feel really weird because you are not used to feeling this healthy. Past are the days of the constant hangovers and the headaches and the aches and the pains. Now you don't feel any of those things. So it feels kind of strange, but you are gonna get used to it. Now, because you're letting your organs heal, and even though you're not seeing it, your liver and your pancreas and your gut, they're all getting better. They're getting to a point of equilibrium where things are functioning better. This affects your mood, and you're going to feel less irritable and less anxious as a consequence of your overall body health. At 1 year, you're no longer riding this early sobriety high, the so-called pink cloud. Now you're feeling more settled down and less exuberant. But I'm still dealing with a lot of stuff and I still feel pretty strong emotions. And sometimes I feel like I want to drink. Let me ask you, have you experienced this phase yet where you feel kind of like, now what? What's next? Drop a comment if you've experienced this or if you're feeling nervous about it. Before I move on, no, I did not forget about the early sobriety, which can be brutal. These are the first few weeks and months of sobriety, where you actually might feel a lot worse than when you were drinking. I do have a video that talks about early sobriety, and you can watch it on the link below. But now I'm talking about what happens after 1 year. But I don't want you to think that I'm not aware of the fact that early sobriety can be the hardest thing to do. Next are your emotions. After 1 year, you have learned to fend off and fight some of the most nasty cravings and urges to drink. You have been able and successfully develop coping mechanisms other than drinking that allow you to do something else instead of reaching out for the bottle. Some days are tougher than others, but for the most part, you have a handle over your wanting to drink. However, after 1 year, your emotions can hit you like a freight train right on your face. Because guess what? Now you are feeling again. And one of the reasons that you were drinking in the first place was to numb some of these very strong emotions. So you might not yet have an effective means to confront old wounds, to deal with grief, or even traumatic moments from childhood that seem to pop out of nowhere. So are you surprised? Well, most people are. But you have to understand that healing is not a linear process, and you have to do some work to deal with some of these deep-rooted wounds. Some of these you might be able to do by yourself, but some of it you might not, and you might have to ask for some help in order to make things lighter. You might have to work through some hard issues, but the good news is that now you have the clear head and the bandwidth to do this, which a year ago you certainly didn't. But that's not all. At the 1 year mark, a lot of people start facing the purpose question. Like, what am I doing? Who am I now that I'm not drinking? And what do I actually really like doing other than drinking? Because a lot of your life and your activities and your friendships might have revolved around alcohol. And now that you're not drinking, you might have a little bit of a crisis of personality, because who are you when you are not drinking? What are your values? What it is that you really want from life? This is some heavy stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that you can start figuring out about the 1 year mark. Leave me a comment if you feel like your identity has started to shift at 1 year of sobriety, and what has this meant for you in your life. Another important thing that happens at the 1 year mark is the reorganization of your relationships, because a lot of the people that you were hanging out before, they might have just outright disappeared and they're no longer part of your life. Because the main reason that tied you to these people was the drinking habit. And now that you're not drinking, they might just not be with you anymore. And that might be a little painful. The good news is that you have also started to attract people that support you and that care about you and who are more interested in you and your health than in your destruction. So loneliness might start to sneak in, and that's normal. So what do you do with all of this space? Well, it is a good time to rediscover your passions, the things that you're interested in, the things that you really liked doing before alcohol took over. Joining sober communities of mutual interest, doing things that you really truly enjoy doing. And this is when things really start to bloom and where you allow yourself to start growing again. Have you found any new friendships or lost old ones? Let me hear your experience. Leave a comment. And the final thing I want to cover today in regards to your 1 year milestone is your triggers. Oh, the sneaky triggers. They are still there. Here's the hard truth. Just because a year has gone by and you have successfully stayed away from alcohol, that doesn't mean that the cravings will magically disappear. They are different now, but things like stress and feelings of anxiety and feelings of loneliness, even physical sensations like hunger, might still spark that old voice in your head that says, hey, maybe a drink could take care of all of this. Maybe just one. And this is why years 2, 3, and 4 are about building new habits, new routines, creating boundaries, building strong support systems, aligning your life with your goals and your values. And these are the things that will keep you grounded when life gets tough. So you must continue to learn and grow and gather these tools that will help you going forward. Having succeeded with a year of sobriety will have built your self-esteem and your self-confidence and your knowledge that you can do this. No, the coast is not all clear, and there are many ways where you can fall back in your old ways. But having stayed away from alcohol has made a shift in your mind, has created a new voice, a new narrative that says, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can change. I can reclaim my life and move in the direction of my goals and my dreams and my aspirations. And the truth of the matter is that life is not about eliminating all struggle. That is impossible. We all struggle, but it's about being ready and prepared when the inevitable trouble comes and finds us, and having the emotional resources and the strength to deal with whatever life throws at us. Because we're a lot stronger than we give ourselves credit for. And I hope that this year's sobriety has proven to you how tough you really are. So in year 2, things start shifting to creating the life that you've always wanted, creating a roadmap, creating a path towards the fulfillment of your goals, and start working towards them. As you calmly accept that things are gonna be better, that things can get better as you continue in your journey of sobriety. One thing to watch out for is, since there's been a long time now since your last drink, you might start losing some of the motivation that first propelled you and pushed you into wanting to quit. And this can be dangerous. Some complacency might start to sink in as the fire that made you do whatever it took in the first few months starts to slow down. So check out this video I made right here that will help you to stay motivated throughout your sobriety, so you can continue with your journey with confidence and strength. If you've enjoyed this video, please share with anybody who you think might benefit from this. And if you want my personal help to quit drinking, consider my Sober Now mentorship program. Check out the details in the description below. This is Alex, the Sober Dad. I hope you liked this video today, and I will see you in the next one.